let's get started. So just going to pop you guys on mute. Make sure you've got some water with you, non-slip mat. Okay, so we're going to begin with some shoulder rolls and just loosen up some of those desk-bound shoulders. So I want you to bring your shoulders up to your ears. If you can squeeze your blades and then press down. So coming up, squeeze and down, breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. I'd like you to rise onto your tiptoes. And do it again. And then turn your shoulder roll into a big arm circle. And you spread out your fingers as you do it. So you put gaps in between your fingers. And then reverse back the opposite way. And then how's the coordination? Can we do them in opposite directions? So as one comes up, the other one comes down. Your own variation on the theme is fine. Let's go back in the other direction. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's take the feet a bit wider. Soften your knees and side lean. And then brush down to the floor. On the other side, so side lean. And sweep the fingers against the ground. Let's do that again. Lean and sweep. And lean and sweep. Try to extend your arm when you go sideways. So if you can see yourself in your screen, really extend through. And just do that one more time. Come and stand on the one leg for me. Bring your knee up, out and around. As you do it, think about your posture. So you're lengthening up through the crown of your head. You can turn your palms to face up as you do it. Reaching into your fingertips. And then as we do the same leg in reverse, can you make the circle bigger? Get your foot involved. Point your toes. Wobbling optional. Welcome the wobble on these. Alrighty, relax the arms down. Let's do that on the other side. So knee up, out and round. A creaking going on this side of the screen. Don't know about you. Crunchy hips. Okay, so then in reverse, can you make the movement bigger? Reaching into your fingertips, lengthening up through the crown of your head. And can you point your toes? Alrighty, we're going to sweep up and then squat down. Sweep up and squat down. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale out your day. Imagine you're blowing tension out. And I want you to rise and hold onto your tiptoes. And then drop. Breathe in, hold. And then drop. Two more. Reach your fingers. And drop. Tiptoe balance. And drop. And we're going to hold the tiptoe balance now. Taking the arms out wide whilst we're on our tiptoes. We're going to stay on tiptoes and rotate, looking towards the backhand. Move to the middle, plant your feet down as your arms go overhead again. And then open and turn on your tiptoes as you look behind. Move to the middle. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more time. Alrighty, so if you can grab a quick drink, come and join me down onto the mat. So if you can pop yourself down here. We're going to do a little bit of loosening for our lower back. So if you can tuck your bottom under, then tap down. You can ideally position your screen where I can see you. It helps me give you pointers. Breathe out as you tuck, in as you come down. So first level, keep your head on the floor. Second level, we're going to come up like this and then roll. And then lengthen and then roll. For third level, we're going to extend, hold, so we're in a V shape, and then drop back down and through. Let's do that again. Can we do that twice more? So final one. Alrighty, let's hop ourselves over onto our front, and we're going to do some loosening for our back, taking the hands just slightly wider than your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Point your toes as you lift, chin up, and then come back down. So just on your first couple, just really tune in. How's your back feeling today, particularly if you've been sat in a desk or in a car? With each one, see if you can go just that little bit higher if your back feels happy with that. Press your shoulder blades down and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your glutes to give your back support. On this next one, we're going to hold up there for a little bit longer. We're going to hold at the top and really push the ground away. 3, 2, 1, and then lower. Let's do that again. So pushing the heel of the hand quite firmly into the ground. 2, 1, and then lowering. And you do that twice more. Spreading the fingers as you push down through the heel of the hand. And final one, reaching the toes. Alrighty, let's release. So from here, if you can meet me in the downward dog, we're going to hook the toes underneath, push up through the tailbone. And I want you to transfer your body weight more to one foot, so your heel presses down as your toes flex on the other side. So try and get a bit of stretch happening under your toes by flexing your foot, pushing down into the ground as you switch and then switch. Keep lifting your bum up. And we're going to do that one more time on each side. So final one. Alrighty, and then from here we'll take a little walk with our feet. Now we're going to drop to a seated position with the hands behind, fingertips pointing forwards. I'd like you to bring your knees up and do a little knee circle, round one way and then back the other way. So round one way and then back the other way. Now what you might do is do it with a slightly straighter leg, but still with a bit of knee bend. Or more advanced, extend your legs. Lifted in your chest. Breathe. You get your thigh and your chest a bit closer together on the way round. Thighs and chest a little bit closer together. A little bit of bend in the arms. Last couple. And hip strengthener. And final one. Okay, good job. Let's come over onto our front. We're going to give our quads a stretch. For level 1, just take hold of one foot like this. Or level 2, I want you to get hold of both feet like this. So your heels are close to your bottom. And as you do it, whichever version you're doing, push your pubic bone into the floor. Breathe, useful. Chin in so that your forehead is on the ground. Alrighty, and then release. So if you're doing the single leg, do the other side. If you're doing the double leg, you can either stay with that version that we've just done, or for more advanced level, now we're going to lift our thigh bones off the floor like this. So we're lifting the legs and pushing the foot into the hand into the foot. Deep breath. Alrighty, let's release off. Can you meet me in the downward dog again? So up we come, lifting the tailbone up in the air, pressing both heels down. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Allow your belly to hang loose. Allow your head to hang loose. Breathe into your belly. Let's take a walk with our feet. We're going to bring our feet towards our hands. We're folding the body in two. And then if you can take a seat, we're going to do some rolling like a ball just for fun. So I want you to get hold of your knees, toes touch together. We're going to tuck and roll. And then can you balance at the top? So you've got your toes off the ground. Oh, is that an iris? Hello, Iris. How are you doing? The tougher level, we're going to do the legs akimbo version, like this. So we'll go wide, roll back, stay with the legs akimbo, and then touch your toes back in. So quite advanced, quite fun. We extend out, go for a roll, back in. I'm conscious that some of you may be on a wooden floor, may not feel quite as nice as my padded floor in the studio. So maybe double up a mat or park an extra towel under your mat if you're really feeling it and it's a bit knobbly in your back. We're going to do that twice more. Your own variation on the theme is fine. So last one. Okay, good job. So coming up to standing. Now's a good time to get some water. So if we top up, and can you find some weights? So choose a level of weight that's not easy, not too heavy, but something that will test your strength, particularly by the time you've done the last one. So we're going to do some squats. Feet just slightly wider than your hips, just holding your weights in your hands. As you squat down, I want you to just bring your weight towards your shoulder. So first level, I'm going to bring the weight to here, 2, 3, and then release. I want you to sit into it and push your knees towards your smaller toes. So think about your positioning. So for first level, we'll bring your weight here to your shoulder. Great. So if that feels like enough for you, stick with that version. For next level, we come down, push the weight forwards, bring it back in and release. We push forwards, come back in and release. You've got happy neck and shoulders, more advanced. We're going to push forwards, come in, push up, and then open and come down. More advanced, push forwards, push up, open, and come down. So choose your level. Think about your positioning. Are you staying in good form? Can you do 2 more? Oh, who turned the heat up? And last one. Okay, good job. Resting off. So we're going to come down into a wide leg position next. You can join me down here. Feet open. Now, if it's tricky to sit up straight with your legs wide, then park a cushion, a block, something just underneath to give you a bit of lift. It will help your posture. I want you to challenge yourself to go maybe just an inch wider with the legs. Go long with the arms. Can you lift your breastbone, lift your rib cage up? And then where do you get to when you reach down here? Is it ankle? Is it shin? Is it toes? Flex your toes. And we're going to lean this arm over. Now, can you straighten that arm and bring it back by your ear? Great. Let's do that on the other side. Point the toes again, and then flex as you lean. Can you straighten that top arm? So inhaling as you lift. Exhaling, flexing the toes as you lean. Breathe in, coming up. Lift your breastbone. That's it. Notice where you feel the stretch. Is it a good feeling? Is it stretching? Now, if you want to go a bit further, for those of you on this foot, you can always scoop this bottom arm away and then bring the top arm over and sort of use that to pull your ear down towards your knee. Can you do that 4 more? See if you can challenge yourself to go a little bit further if that feels appropriate for you today. And we're going to do 1 more each side. So final one. Okay, good job. So from here, we're going to bend 1 knee in. So we're in a slight split. It's kind of jazz split, I guess, really. So this leg forward, but this one off on a bit of an angle. So it's an open angle here. And then I want you to walk your hand down, get hold of what you can get hold of, and just drop your nose towards your knee. Breathing into the stretch. And then walking your hand back in. And we're going to switch that position. So we do the same but the other way. We're going to walk the hands forwards, drop the nose down to the knee. Breathe. Alrighty, let's release and walk the hands back in. Okay, good job. Down onto the backs again. Slide your hands into the curve of your lower back for me. That's it. So get your fingertips to touch together in the curve. And I want you to feel for pressure. Pull your belly button in so you feel pressure pushing down on your hands. Can you bring your feet together and lift both of your legs? So your knees are up in the air, and then we're going to crisscross like this at the ankle and slowly come back down until you tap your toes on the floor and then bring your knees back up. So just feeling for that pressure staying on the hands as you lower. Feel for the tap on the floor and come back up. Notice, are your shoulders rounding forward? Can you roll them back? Now explore your core. Can you take your legs slightly longer, so maybe just a little bit of a bend at the knee? What happens as you get just above the ground? Ugh, gets a bit shaky on this side of the screen. Pointy toes. Reach into your big toe, like really quite firmly. Notice the difference that makes. Breathing useful. Over time, working towards a straighter leg. More advanced. Hovering it just above the ground, sort of milking that point. That's where the magic happens, apparently. Let me do it twice more. Breathe. Keep going. Last one. Alrighty, and then from there, just let your legs hang loose. Can you interlock your fingers here above your head? You can turn your palms over your head and just arch your back, point your toes and breathe so your belly fills up with air. And breathe out. Just use this as your breathing time. Fill up your belly. Exhale out. As you breathe in, imagine you're filling up with positive, healthy energy. Exhaling out any tensions of the day. One more deep breath. Alrighty, from here, I'm going to bend one leg. And if you can pop your hands just underneath the leg, rock yourself up. And we're going to come into a wide leg position. So like this, we're going to turn out the toes slightly on this side. Slide the hand down the leg or the foot. You're now leaning into a triangle pose. You go long with the top arm. You stack your arms one above the other and allow your head just to turn up towards your top hand. Breathing deeply. Feel for your breath inside your belly. Again, breathing deeply. And you bring this top arm over. Can you get it back by your ear? And then we're going to keep going with this top arm. So we're going to flatten the hand next to the foot and we'll keep turning. So now the other arm is coming up and your shoulders are stacking one above the other. Deep breath. As you hold that pose, allow your hips to sink. Breathe, straightening the back leg. Pushing the ground away with the hand that's on the floor. We're going to bring our top hand down and take a little walk like this. So we've now got our hands in the middle of our feet and we'll go wide with the legs. Wide with the legs. If you can nudge your body weight back into your heels. Now explore the stretch. Where does it feel safe and appropriate, but a little bit challenging? Alrighty, and then just nudging your feet back in. And coming back up, and let's give that a go on the other side. So we're going to turn out over here, angle in on the other foot, and we lean into the triangle pose. That's it, bring that arm up and over. Eye gaze looking up towards your top hand. Breathe. As you're holding the pose, imagine you're attracting some good energy back into your body. Bringing this arm over by the ear. Head back. Breathe. I'm going to keep going with that hand and place that hand down onto the floor as we turn the upper body towards our front thigh. Reaching the other arm up and pushing the ground away with that bottom arm. Breathe. Straightening the back leg. Alrighty, from here we're going to walk our hands in towards the middle of the feet, and again we're going to go wide leg position. We're going to drop the head down so we have a little look at the world from a different view. Can you rock your body weight back to your heels and then rock your body weight to your toes? Rock into your heels and back to your toes. Alrighty, walking in with the feet. So we're now in a sort of crouched pose. So the knees are open either side of your elbows. Sit your bottom down, let your heels lift. And we're going to do some strength work for the wrists and the arms. So I want you to just rock your body weight forwards. So you put a bit of weight into your hands and then rock your body weight back. Again, rock your body weight forwards and rock your body weight back. So that may be enough for some of you. If you're a bit more bendy and a bit stronger in your arms, then maybe just, I'll give you a back view. So then from here, just lifting one foot off the floor and then placing it back down and then lifting the other foot off the floor. So building up into yoga crow pose. More advanced, we do it like this. So we've got both sets of toes off the ground, bit of levitation. So find your level with it. Preparation for headstanding. Breathe. Can you do that twice more? And final one, see if you can rock your body weight into your fingers. And resting off. And can you find a drink? Let's come up to standing. Have some water. And then you'll need a stick as we move into doing some lunge stretching to open our hip flexors next. So good one to do, particularly if you've been doing a lot of desk work today. Okay, so find a stick and come and park it along your back so it's attached to your head, your shoulders, your tailbone, 1 foot forward, tiptoe on the back foot. Now, if you can see yourself in your screen, that can be useful to use as a mirror. So as you come down, can you aim this front thigh parallel to the ground? All the way down. Square up your hip bones. As you straighten your front leg, can you remain upright against the stick? And is your top elbow pointing up? We'll get a bit of a stretch for some of you through the tricep and around the shoulder with that top arm. Aiming up, straightening the back knee, and lengthening the front leg as we come up, and then fully bending. And can you keep your body weight just slightly back? Rock your body weight back, and then rock it forwards. And again, rock your body weight back as we stay in the lunge and rock it forward. Let's do that one more time. Okay, good job. We're going to turn around, so we'll swap the arms, facing the other way. Tippy toe on the back foot. Can you get your knuckles into the curve of your lower back as you come down, down, down. Inhaling and lifting. Exhaling and lowering. So use your stick to monitor what your posture does. Head, shoulders, tailbone connected to the stick as you hold, and then rise. Okay, we're going to hold for a little bit longer on this one. Can you rock your body weight backwards? And then forwards. Notice how the shift in body weight adjusts the feel of the stretch. Let's do that one more time. Let's release and give the legs a shake out. And you find some weights again. So holding your weights in your hands, bringing your elbows slightly back behind you. Squeeze your shoulders as you take your hands to the side. And then extend your arms, coming up onto your tiptoes, moving to the middle and coming back in. As you get to here, squeeze your shoulder blades. Is your tailbone lengthening downwards, or is your back in overarch as you extend the arms? See if you can focus on your tailbone sort of dropping down and lengthening. It'll help your core muscles kick in more. So that version may be enough for you. If you want to move it up a level, add some rotation. So if you look towards the arm behind, move to the middle, and then come back in. And then on the other side, look towards the back hand, move to the middle, and come back in. And if it's got easy with the level of weight that you're doing, perhaps consider bringing an extra half a kilo in next time. If anyone needs any hand weights, give me a shout. We've got some in the studio. So we can do that a couple more times through. Keep focused on your posture. As you do it, think of the benefits as you get towards the end of the stretch. Good for our muscle strength, our bones. Last one on each side. And final one. Okay, good job. So next up, we're going to focus on testing our balance. So I'd like you to slide 1 foot behind you. Can you lift it without your body leaning? Use your mirror in your screen. That can be quite helpful, because sometimes how it feels and how it looks can actually be two different things. And we're going to lean the leg, and we get it horizontal, and take the opposite arm forwards. and then slowly down. So how's that on the other side? Can you lift the leg without leaning? And then use that leg to lever your body forwards, reaching the opposite arm away. Now, some of you may prefer to stay with this version, particularly if it's already quite wobbly. You will need to welcome the wobble on these. Let's do it again. And then more advanced version, the arm that's at the front, can you bring it down, touch the floor, bring it back up, and then shift to the other side. So we extend the leg, extend the opposite arm, and for more advanced, can we tap the hand down on the floor whilst the leg is in the air, then bring the arm back up by the ear, and transition to the other side. So let's try that a few more times. Breathe. Use your eyes. Notice, where do you look when you do it? That can make quite a difference to your balance. So pick a focal point, particularly if you're bringing the hand down. And also notice your self-talk. Find self-talk, clear head can make such a big difference with balance. Breathe. Final one. Alrighty, resting off. So we're going to take a stretch next for our shoulders. Can you do this and cross your arms over so that you've got the cross above your elbow? The bottom arm is going to come up. And then the other one is going to come like this. So we're trying to get the palms together like that. And then can you lift? Round your upper back, chin in. Breathe. And then release. So remember which one was on the top, and then switch. So the other one now sits above. So aim your palms together. Lift, round your shoulders, breathe. For some of you that may not be a tight muscle, for others you'll feel it more. Alrighty, let's release. Okay, so let's do some more core. If you can join me now down onto the back again. I'd like you to park your hands just here around the back of your head. We are, and then bring your opposite knee and elbow together. So touching the elbow and the knee together. And as you do the rotation, keep the other elbow on the floor. Level 2, we double up speed-wise, so we come alternating with the leg. Straight leg, the next level. Breathe. Breathing in for 2. Breathing out for 2. Last couple. Alrighty, resting off. So from here, I'd like you to bring your right leg over your left like this. Can you pop your hands at the back of your left leg? Pull in with your hands around the left leg. Into a glute stretch. Use your right elbow to push your knee outwards. Breathe. Now, some of you may prefer to stay with this version. Watch where I go next. I'm going to rock up to seated, and I'm going to cradle the leg like this. So I've got my fingers interlaced here, and I'm sort of rocking the leg like a baby. You can get a bit of height on it for more intensity, or you can keep it lower. You choose. Try and lift your chest as you do it. You'll get more stretch. Yeah. Okay, resting off. So let's start with the down on the floor version. So we've got the left over the right, basic glute stretch, hands around the right leg. And if you use your left elbow to push your knee out and away. Breathe. Okay, so again, some of you may prefer to stay with that version. We're doing the next level if you come up to seated. And we're going to wrap our elbows around our knee and the base of the foot as we rock. All right, we're rocking a baby. Again, you can explore a bit of height for more intensity. Lift your chest. Breathe. Alrighty, resting off. Okay, moving to a seated position. If it's tricky to roll your body down and back up unaided, then if you find a strap, something to hook around your feet to help your body roll down and lift until you've built up strength on these. Just tapping the back of your head on the floor. Try to keep your chest lifted as you go back and as you come up. There'll be a tendency to really round your body. Now, if you've got that at that second level, see if you can do it here with your arms by your ears. Inhaling on the roll downs. Exhaling on the lift. Breathing in on the roll. And out on the lift. Two more. And final one. Okay, and then from here, we're going to fold the heel in one side. You've got the other leg out here. I want you to flex your toes over here. Bring this arm over. And as you lean into it, and you push your knee down on the other side. Depending on the behavior of that knee, you may want to use this hand to push it down. Alrighty, let's release. So if we can swap the legs, so you've got the other heel tucked in. So aim to side lean as you reach for your toes. Bring this arm over by your ear. Push your bottom knee down. And again, depending what the conversation is like with that knee, you might want to use this hand just to press that knee away. Breathe. Alrighty, let's release. And coming over to our downward dog. Lifting the tailbone up in the air. I'm going to place one foot in the middle of the mat, and I'd like you to just slowly lift the other leg up. Slowly coming up. How high can you get that leg? Where does it get to? You get your toes on the ceiling. And then slowly lower. Pressing the heels down into the ground. And then switching, so we point the toes, lift the other leg, slowly up to the ceiling. Can you get some height on it? Can you get your toes on the ceiling? Breathe. And then slowly coming down and through. We take a walk with our feet towards our hands. And if you can come and join me down onto your back, placing your hands on top of your belly. And closing your eyes. And just taking a moment to celebrate getting it done today, despite the odds. Just have a little yay me moment. So well done for doing something positive to help your mobility and flexibility, your core strength, your posture, your mental health, your sanity at work. Just take a moment just to celebrate with yourself and the other people here. We got it done today. Breathe so your belly fills up under your hands. Like a balloon expanding and then emptying. So again, let your belly rise up like a balloon, filling up and emptying. And again, filling your balloon up. And as you empty out, keep visualizing your balloon, your breathing settle back into its natural rhythm. Imagine your balloon in your belly expanding. Imagine your balloon hovering now just above your body. Notice its color, its size, its shape. Visualize your balloon hovering up above your body. And inside your balloon, I'd like you to create an image of something you'd really like to happen in 2023. And notice what pops up inside the balloon. Something you'd really love to happen this year. And I'd like you to imagine your balloon is drifting up now above the building, drifting up into the sky, carried off into the wind. It's so far away that it actually meets up with all the other balloons that are joining in tonight. Drifting off, group of balloons off into the distance. And then bringing your attention to your toes and just giving your toes a little wriggle your toes. We're going to open our eyes. And if you can roll over to your side, we'll come up to seated and take a stretch for our neck. So I'd like you to drop your head down to one side with your hand here by your ear. And a gentle pull over to one side. Breathe into the stretch. And we're going to roll our head down and round. And over to the other side. A gentle pull. And let's release. So I hope that's made a real difference to your day. If you can hit your unmute, we'll have a little check-in.